Hi, Nick here with Sigma World. Sitting with me is Roger Strickland with CSB Group. With a name like Strickland, you know all about finance, money.
Well, I wouldn't say, not exactly, but I have a small idea on iGaming.
It's the infamous name in this country.
In this country, it is, yes.
Great. And with iGaming, you found your specialism in there. And
Well, I mean,
assisting
I
companies in
joined
that field.
I joined the CSB Group now 22 years ago. So I've been working in the iGaming business for the past 22 years. Essentially, what we do at CSB is we make life easier for gaming companies relocating to Malta and setting up in Malta. So what we do is we're like a sort of one-stop shop where we offer a 360-degree approach to Malta in terms of company formation, licensing, accounting, and general compliance advice to companies, best way to do it, what jurisdiction. And I think we found our base here. We were one of the pioneers in iGaming consultancy on Malta. And over the years, we've assisted, I'd say, hundreds of companies with their Malta experience.
22 years ago, obviously Malta, so early in the day to regulate for this industry, really saw the potential. They're still coming. The companies are still coming. Malta's obviously doing something right.
They are still coming, and in fact, many clients and people I know ask me, sort of, Roger, why are they still coming? And I think essentially what we have is we have a situation where Malta has found itself in this unique spot where the island has together created very interesting incentives. Even, for example, the government itself. The government is setting up and drives towards economic growth. And what the government has realized over the years is that iGaming is potentially one of their biggest growth areas, biggest economic growth areas. And the government has been clever enough to come out and invest in coming up with new business opportunities even within iGaming. So, for example, crypto, fintech, gaming, and now AI. So, bringing this all together, we've created a unique ecosystem on the island, and this sort of iGaming playground, I call it.
Symbiotic relationship between all.
That's correct. And everything is sort of kind of interlinked. And together, we've come up with, not only a jurisdiction, but a brand which is clearly working and clearly is still attracting companies to the island.
We've got a lot of churches, 365 churches. I think we've 360.
It's 365 churches. One church, you can listen to mass every day in a different church, and we're still building.
And I think at the moment we've got 360 Malta-based iGaming companies. We're almost one for every day of the year.
Yeah, I think that the numbers is correct, yes, and that is still growing as well. I mean, businesses in Malta are growing. Current iGaming businesses in Malta are growing organically as well. So a lot of businesses are expanding tremendously. A lot of companies come in here, for example, with a B2C license, for example, and then they sort of invest in B2B. So they're going to move on to a B2B license, and then they change the vertical. So they start off on casino, then they move on to sports betting, then they move on to fantasy sports or P2P gaming. So it's kind of a build-up which has taken place over time.
But Malta, even in terms of being an individual in this country, it's a place where you have the chance to pivot. And these companies have the ability to pivot with the help of the likes of yourself.
Absolutely, yes. I agree with you over there. And I think what is important is I always, when I speak to my team, I always insist that we at CSB build relationships. And I don't look at a transaction as just that over-the-counter transaction. For me, a transaction is a long-term relationship with a client, which, we have clients, for example, that have been with us for over 15 years. And that is essential to us. When we retention of a client, ensuring that they are compliant, ensuring their growth, and aiding their growth as well. So when I'm signing up, for example, a new client, I always mention the word value added. So you have the value added of working with a professional company like ours, and we have the value added of being able to refer business to your company because we believe in your product. So it's this kind of two-way.
Thank you for adding your presence to us today. Appreciate you being with us.
It's my
Robert.
pleasure, and it's great to be here on 10 years of Sigma and Malta. And I think that hopefully we'll see another 10 years of Sigma and Malta, maybe in some format or other. But as you said, all the ingredients are here.
We'll still be here in September. Nick
Great,
is
thank
signing
you.
off for Sigma World.